I think good time to start. Just introduce yourself, or sorry, I'll introduce you, and then we will go from there. So, and hopefully everyone here can actually hear me. So Kerwyn Phillip with us today, who is many things: author, speaker, financial literacy advocate, podcast host, corporate trainer, one of the longest resume CVs I've seen, who has done a bit of everything. And is going to talk to us today about, well, I'm going to let you tell us about the master plan. I have the sneak peek, but I like your version better.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I want to say first thanks to Jobs First NYC for inviting me to be a speaker today. Today, we're going to talk about a bit about financial literacy, right? And some key aspects of financial literacy. So let me go ahead and get my slides up. And I know the theme for this conference convention is Dream Up, right? And when Christine first reached out to me and said, she wanted me to do a presentation on financial literacy, and that the theme was going to be Dream Up. And I try to think back, I'm a hip hop head, so I try to think to my hip hop roots and what do I think about dreams. And it took me to Notorious B.I.G., Brooklyn's native son, right? It is one of his first songs called Juicy, right? The song started off with, "It was all a dream," right? It started off with the start of the song, Juicy, started off, it said, "It was all a dream." And in the song itself, he speaks about the visions that he had for himself, the place that he wanted to be, the goals that he had for himself, right? And as he said in the beginning, it was all a dream. And you have to think first, where do dreams take place, or where do dreams start, right? Dreams all start in the mind, right? Anything that you're trying to do, you have to first visualize what you're trying to accomplish, visualize where you want to be. And the same thing happens in terms of financial literacy. You have to, visualize the life that you have that you want for yourself, right? So in doing so, that's how you'll be able to get things done. Anything that you see in the physical realm was first initiated or started or created in the mental realm, right? If you look at a chair, a car, a freezer, or whatever, a computer, it all started in somebody's mind. And then from there, they wrote down a plan or created a blueprint of what they wanted to create. Then they went through the actual physical aspect of creating it. The same thing happens is that for your financial goals, you have to kind of make a decision and set a goal for where you want to be, and then write down your goals, and then take the steps necessary to reach the goals that you're trying to achieve. Now, one of the things that I'm known for is my book, which my first book that I wrote last year is called Maliks First Job, Financial Principles for Teens, right? It's about a young man growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, who goes on his first job interview, and then shortly after, he sits down with his father to learn how to manage his money. Now, not to kind of give away too much in the book, but early on in the book, what kind of motivated Malik to want to get on this financial goal or learn about financial literacy was the fact that he saw some of his peers, the life they were living, and that they weren't able to achieve the financial goals that they wanted to, but he wanted to do something a little bit different, right? So he kind of made a decision to say for himself, look, I want to be successful financially. I want to have a good nest egg to be sitting on, and I know I got to take steps to do so. So it all started with his mindset to where he wanted to be, right? So then from that point, he made a decision to go sit down with his dad and to gain knowledge, right? To gain knowledge and wisdom, right? So he was able to obtain information from his father, and at the same time, his father helped him know how to apply the information which he's about to receive as well, right? So in this presentation that we're going to go through today, I'm going to touch on different points that are kind of highlighted in the book as well, on how you can take the initial steps on, a good financial foundation. So the first thing, right, that you want to do, no matter what financial guru or book that you read about, disciplining your finances, the first step is always to pay yourself first, right? Take a portion of your income that you earn and put it to the side. Take about, people say at least 10% of what you earn and put it away before you pay any car note, cell phone bills, light bills, or whatever. You take 10% of what you earn and set it to the side for yourself and don't touch it, right? Now, it may be hard or difficult to do so, after you get paid. Like, let's say you get to direct deposit to your bank, you get your paycheck, and then you decided to put it to the side. It may be somewhat difficult because we get tempted to go spend that money. The easiest way to discipline yourself to make this happen is to set up a direct deposit in a separate bank account from what you spend from, right? It may be a remote account that's an account that is hard for you to get to. And again, do it through direct deposit. That way it's automatically done without you having to think about it, right? So that's one way to start building up a savings for yourself and, paying yourself first. The second part of learning how to a good financial foundation is taking a portion of what you save and invest it. For a long time, people are always taught to work for your money. You work 40 hours and you get paid, right? But what about having your money work for you, right? And you can do so by investing. Now, there's different ways that you can invest. The most common way that people speak about is investing in stocks. Like, you have stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, so different vehicles that you can use. But the most common one that people, again, speak about are stocks. And a good way to get started in investing, and if you say you want to get started in stocks, look at things that you already buy, companies that you already support. If you have an iPhone, why not get some Apple stock, right? You like to wear Nike sneakers, you want to get the fresh J's when they come out, buy some Nike stock. You shop at Amazon, you got them boxes coming at your house every day. Be a shareholder and invest in that company as well. That way you can start, not only, are you supporting the company, but then you're a part owning the company as well. Now, if you're under the age of 18, you can also open what's called a custodial account, right? So you're not too young to even get started in investing. A custodial account is an account that is controlled by your parents, but your name is still attached to it. And you can get started again in investing. And then when you turn 18, then that account can transfer over to you. So you don't have to wait till you become an adult to get started. You can get started as young as 10, 11. My son is 14 and he's a shareholder in Nike, right? Because that's the stuff that he's into. So again, you're never too young to get started. Also, it's very important in knowing and gaining financial literacy is knowing the difference between an asset and a liability, right? An asset is an item that can provide you a future financial benefit. Something like, again, we spoke about investing a portion of your savings. You can look at, real estate, stocks, bonds, starting a business, getting collectibles, like certain things like rare finds that that will appreciate in value over time. You can purchase some of those things, right? And you can start seeing your money grow over time. A liability, again, something that will cost you money. Like when you go out and borrow money from banks, borrow money from friends, have credit card debt, and having to pay that money back with interest, that's costing you more money. You may have paid $200 for, or for a pair of sneakers with your credit card, but now you had an interest added on top of that. So by the time you pay it back, you may have paid like $300, right? So you done lost $100, you done paid over what you expect to pay for those sneakers. So know the difference between the two. It kind of limits your debt and also kind of boost the ways that you can increase your revenue and increase your money by purchasing assets. All right. And one other aspect of financial literacy that people tend to forget about is the importance of being charitable, right? Now, in life, people speak about the law of the universe, like what goes around comes around, treat others the same way that you want to be treated. If you're charitable and you give unto others, you'll find that you'll receive blessings, in different forms, right? Just by, giving out to others. And it's not always about giving money, right? You can donate your time, you can volunteer, being nice to others. Like you can see someone having difficulty crossing the street, help them cross the street, but be willing to again, help society, and you'll be surprised how things come back to you, blessings come back to you, right? So this is a very important, point that is not spoken highly enough, right? So always be willing to help others, because you never know when you may be in that situation, you may need that help, right? I often think about that when I donate, not donate, when I give, like if someone is like a homeless person is asking for money, you know, I don't hesitate to give $1 or something. You know what? I want to be that person in the event I was in that particular state. How would I want me to react, right? And don't worry about, okay, what they're going to do with it, because, you know, the universe just looks at your willingness to help others. And then you'll find that in different situations, when you're in a bind or you're in a crunch, that you'll see blessings and help come towards you because of what you have done in the past. Right? And also, with all the information, I don't have too much time to really get too deep into a lot of the topics, but very important, right? We are living right now in the information age, right? When I was coming up and we had to do some research, we had to go to the library, go to the card catalog, go through the drawer, look for the information in the card, then go to the bookshelf, and then pull the book off the shelf, and then go through and read through the information to find what we're looking for. Nowadays, I could just grab my cell phone, go into Google, type a quick topic, and then real quick, my answer comes to me, right? So we're able to process and have access to information way faster than previous generations. We got to take advantage of that, right? You have so much information on financial literacy all over the internet, but you got to be able to decipher and realize, okay, you know, research and see, okay, what's true and what's not. You got to do your fact checking, right? Don't believe anything anyone says. Take the time to check it out for yourself, right? Because there's a lot of people giving out information online that will get you in serious trouble if you don't really pay attention. So take the time, research, investigate, you know, and you take advantage of the resources that you have, right? There's a lot of good information on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just take the time to learn more and research, right? So some key takeaways from this, you know, again, it was real short. I had to go through. I only had about 10, 15 minutes. You know, the first thing you want to do is pay yourself first, right? That's one of the key aspects that we spoke about. Learn how to invest, not just work for your money, but find ways to have your money working for you. Know the difference between an asset and a liability. Know that an asset is what's going to increase your money value in time. A liability is what's going to decrease your money over a period of time. The law of reciprocity, again, be willing to give to others so that the universe can come back and give back to you. And also take advantage of the time that we're in, the information age, research, and, you know, change your life to what you want it to be. This is my book, again, Malik's First Job, Financial Principles for Teens. You can go to my website for more information about the book. If you know any educators, I have like some free resources for groups that want to, you know, use the book in the classroom. You know, it's all on the website. Check it out. And also some information on my podcast as well. All right. Let's see.
Thank you so much, Kerwyn. I know we're a bit over time, so I'm going to put the link to join round 2 right now. So it's going to be the same process. Anyone can click the link, go to the lobby, pick second round, and then we will go from there. I'll see you in a minute.
And just real quick, if you didn't get it, you had any questions, again, just reach out to me on social media, DM me, and I can reach out to you directly. We can kind of have a conversation. All right. Again, thank you all for your time. Thanks for joining, and, you know, have a great day. Peace.